Welcome back. In our continued partnership with Intermountain Medical Center, we're featuring the hospital's transplant services. Now, throughout the week, we've shown you the importance of nutrition and new technology to scan the liver. Tonight, Good for Utah's Nadia Crow highlights living organ donations.
Not sex, gender, or age.
Liver disease doesn't discriminate. You can see the areas of scarring on these images, but the symptoms aren't noticeable right away.
The itching was back in high school. I was playing a lot of hockey, and we were associated mostly with athlete's foot or something like that, because it was mostly down my legs at the time.
Carson tried to be a normal teen while seeing dermatologist after dermatologist with no relief. And then
I was at an Easter party with some friends that somebody noticed I was yellow. I went and saw my doctor later that week.
Carson had an autoimmune disease that was scarring his liver, and you could see its side effects.
As I got greener and greener, you couldn't not tell that something was wrong.
So doctors told him,
well, you can get a transplant or you can get sick until you die.
Intermountain Medical Center abdominal transplant surgeon Dr. Diane Alonzo says some people die on the waiting list.
Nowadays, most livers go to the very, very, very ill. And so you have to get very sick and maybe a bit more debilitated than we would like to be able to be transplanted.
Unless you have a living donor.
There was always that benefit of giving Carson back his life, so it seemed like the risks were worth taking.
Carson's aunt, Liz Ellsworth, stepped up as a donor. But on the day they arrived at IMC, she felt the full weight of her sacrifice.
They took me back first. We said our goodbyes, and that was probably the hardest moment, was saying goodbye to my family.
20 hours of surgery to take 2/3 of Liz's liver and transplant it into Carson. Intermountain Medical Center transplant surgeon Dr. Shiro Fujita worked on Liz.
60% or even 65% of the liver they can donate.
She describes the effects of the surgery.
You go in healthy and you come out sicker than you've ever been in your life.
After the transplant, Carson spent 31 days in the hospital recovering. Dr. Fujita says the most regrowth of the liver happens in the first couple of weeks after transplant.
Amazingly, it will grow very quickly and come back to the almost normal size within 3 months to 1 year range.
Now, both are back for a checkup.
Hey, Cars, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Oh, you look so good.
Well, everything's normal.
Wow, so everything's good.
All right, so your belly's not hurting you or anything, right?
Nope.
Looking good?
Yep.
Feeling good?
Yeah.
All right, awesome.
One look at Carson and makes it anything we went through as a family worthwhile.
You get to see people, you know, so ill, you know, and having a lot of their life robbed from them by their disease process, and you give them a new part and they just turn around. It is amazing.
And Carson is back in college, hanging out with friends, longboarding, and his favorite, skydiving.
Looks like fun. Again, that was Nadia Crow reporting. Now, tomorrow you're going to meet two neighbors who are longtime friends, and when one needed a kidney, the other didn't hesitate to give it. You can watch all of our Intermountain Medical Center transplant services stories on our website, Good for Utah.